cash, look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash bubbling.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Eagle. On.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll check it down to Geis. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Eagle.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, let's go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Hey, let's go.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Right 20.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 52.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. 20! Wide open receiver complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 44 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Now the extra point. Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Brady. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Throwing now is Brady. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. in for the score. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Here we go.
From midfield, here's Brady. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw again. Brady. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Throwing is Brady on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there's no way he was getting away on that one.
His kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. They'll set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man on the crossing route. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll set up a throw. Dumps it off for Geis. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Geis with a carry on second down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Being chased out left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll hand it down to Geis, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Hey, let's go!
Back to throw here. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They go play action here on first down. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw now on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That is caught at the 7. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Redskins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey. We got three. We got three. Three down.
They'll look to throw here. Off to Geis on the screen. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Barkley already showing the ability to transform this Giant running game as they come up here on first down. Brady now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal.
50.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Through an opening, and there he goes.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Lion, 300.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll drop the throw. This throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a give running left is Geis. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He'll get it up the middle, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him,
and with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Second and 10 now from the 27. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Brady now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevenson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On play action, it's Brady. Man open, that's Jaleel Scott. And he's taken down inside the 30. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Throwing on first down is Brady. Barkley on the check down. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll bring up a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now Brady throwing on second down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got his man on the comebacker. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, they'll throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears. And he's going to go down again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Eagle, eagle. Alpha, alpha. Alpha, alpha.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, 52.
Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Lion, 300. On.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And now we're we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw is Brady. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's going to let it, and that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Got some room at the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick. One of the up middle taken down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are close to finishing off this football game. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.